All right, so you guys know for the longest time that I carried the Plano A-Series tackle backpack, and while that system was great, and I only had enough baits and plastics and lures in there where it weighed 6.5 to 7.5 pounds, I still thought that I could downsize and simplify it more, so I did. I went to Bass Pro Shops in Auburn Hills, and I did pick up the Freestyle 360 tackle bag. This bag was $25, and I do believe that for $25, this is a great bag and a great system. Now, obviously, I'm going to change what is in the bags, what is in the bag, you know, depending on the season, the time of the year, the water temperature, what the fish are feeding on, whether it's top water, jerk baits, crankbaits, plastics, you name it. But anyway, this bag, I really think this bag is great. Now, before we open it, we're going to go right here to this side pocket, okay? And this is how cool this is. You have your pair of your Rapala Superline scissors. You have an old school tape measure, 8-pound test for a fluorocarbon leader, especially for a drop shot, Sunline Sniper. Yes, it's pricey, but that's what I use. Lip grip. You never know when you're going to need that. You do have a scale. Sometimes I will use the scale without the lip grip and with the lip grip both. And that is basically it. I can keep all of the stuff in there. It literally fits in there perfectly. And those are all accessories that you don't have to have, but I think they definitely will help you. And I mean, you never know when you're going to need a scale. I mean, this fishing year has been tough, but I have caught more big fish this year. Well, almost more than in previous years. And then in this pocket, you have, of course, the VMC rolling swivel. I've had people ask me, why do I use a swivel for my braided fluorocarbon instead of a connection knot? And that is because, if I can get one out of the package sometime today, that is because I do not like my connection knot, and that is because of line twist, okay? Now also in here, you're going to notice that I do have a VMC spin shot, which I've been trying for a drop shot, and I've found that I don't notice that much of a difference. I mean, if I do a regular, you know, a 1/0 owner hook or a mosquito hook with a polymer knot, yeah, cool, but I have found that this spin shot works just about as good. And then also in here, you do have a little beetle spin. Of course, my fishing license, which I take no matter what, no matter where I am. And that is about it. So, moving on to the main parts of the bag. You'll see right here, Velcro, open it, then you have these right here. 1, 2, open. So, like I said, this is all I'm carrying now. I mean, it's going to change depending on where I am, the season, the water temperature, all that stuff that I listed. But you have 2 boxes, okay? Up in this top box, this is all I'm taking right now. Okay, right up here, you have a River to Sea Whopper Plopper 130. Now, I know a lot of people have said, oh, you need to try the 90, the 110. I use the 130 and the 90, but the 130 is my favorite size. I don't catch as many fish on the 130, but usually when I do, it is a bigger bite. And I also have a War Eagle 3/8 ounce spinnerbait, and I almost dropped it. It's a War Eagle 3/8. It's a double willow blade. You can get it at Walmart. I can't remember the name of that color. And then also the War Eagle Screaming Eagle. This is a sun perch, and it's the Screaming Eagle because it's a compact silhouette, okay? It has the profile of a 1/4 ounce, but it is a 1/2 ounce bait. And then even though I'm not doing a ton of jerk baits or crankbaits in the summer, I still have caught fish on like Lake St. Clair and other places in the summer on a Vision 110+1. Yes, they're pricey. Yes, they're expensive, but you guys know I throw these all the time. I always have one in my box. And then right here we have your Rapala DT6. And then you also have a bluegill looking square bill. I'm not really going to be using those a lot. The majority of my hard baits are going to be in the spring and the fall because it's colder water. They're chasing the bait fish. They're feeding up. But I always keep a couple just in case. And then right here you do have the Monster Bass Pop R, okay, that I got out of last month's box. A lot of people had questions about the Pop R that they put in there. They said, oh, it's a Chinese bait. No, you know, they said they weren't going to do it. They did it. Well, the team at Monster Bass redid the way this topwater is, okay? They changed the chamber in there, and this bait is actually a fish catching machine. Now, I haven't caught any fish on that popper, but I know people have been testing it and putting it in their videos, and it has worked good. But anyway, enough of that. Back to the actual subject of the video. Like I said, just a few baits in that box. That's it. Then in here, you're going to have what has been absolutely essential to my fishing this year, and the only reason, not the only reason, but one of the only reasons why I've caught fish this year, and that is my terminal tackle box. Okay, whether that is a tube jig, whether that is a swim bait, or a drop shot, or a Texas rig, this is what has caught the majority of my fish for this year. Okay, now you'll see you have a 3/8 teardrop drop shot weight. It's tungsten. It's by Strike King. I use that 3/8, and I use a 1/4 ounce cylinder for weeds and grass more than I do anything else. I do have the round drop shot weight, but I do not use it a lot. I'll use it around rocks and sand and stuff, but I'm gonna get to the point where I don't even use it. And then, you know, for the, don't fall, for the Ned rig, you do have the 1/6 ounce Ned rig head, which is my favorite. Let's move this out of the way. And for the tube jig, 1/4 ounce Strike King tube jig head. By the way, yes, these are the things that I use in my videos. These are the things that I catch fish with. If you guys have any questions about any of these, or the plastics, or the box, or the bag, whatever, let me know in the comments. Yeah, you got a VMC shaky head. And then for your tungsten, the majority of the time, if I can get this out of the box, geez oh Pete's, I'm throwing a 1/4 ounce tungsten weight. Whether I'm just Texas rigging it, or flipping and pitching it with a Texas rig, or throwing it out there, dragging it, hopping it, whatever, you will see that, no, those are both a 1/4 ounce. There's a 3/8. Okay, you have your 1/4 ounce, you have your 3/8 right here. See the difference? When I can't get the 1/4 ounce to do what I want, I will go up to a 3/8. But like I said, the 1/4 ounce is my most productive. Now for the hooks that I use for my Texas rigs, and a swim bait once in a while, even though I will go to a actual swim bait hook, you have the Gamakatsu Superline EWG. That is a 3/0 size. Now, people ask me, is that the same thing as the Gamakatsu Offset Shankworm EWG 3/0 hook, except it's a Superline? Yes, it is. So, really simple. Nothing to it. Literally. You have a terminal tackle box, which you're going to find out why I have that in a minute, and you have a box with a few baits. That's it. Now, on to what else is in the box is the plastics. You guys know that I talk a lot about the Guggen Baits Drag and Drop. It's my favorite drop shot bait, okay? It says Sunset Bug, but you have a watermelon red, and you have a Sunset Bug in there. This one, you have one Murky Minnow, and you have a couple naturals. The Murky Minnow and the Morning Dawn are my two favorite colors. I mean, I've caught smallmouth and largemouth on both of these, but they just perform, they catch fish. But they're not perfect. And what I mean is that these Guggen baits do tear easily. They're not very durable. And they are, what, I think $6.99 a pack. I think they could lower the price. But I mean, other than that, that is, like I keep saying, my favorite drop shot bait. But enough of that. Now, on to another plastic that is absolutely essential to my fishing, especially for smallmouth bass, and I encourage people to try if you have not. And that is the Strike King coffee tube. Okay, right here you have the natural goby color. A goby and a smallmouth, those go hand in hand. I mean, honestly, look at this thing. Look at this. See what I'm saying? Kind of got that green pumpkin, silver blue. Looks just like a natural goby. And then I've also found that there are times when the goby does not work, a golden shiner will work. Now, why golden shiner? Why goby? Because those are both considered natural forage. Look at that. Now, by the way, do me a favor, also comment below, what is your favorite color coffee tube? You guys know I like the goby, I like the golden shiner. Now, another drop shot bait, Kitech Easy Shiner. You have to take one out and look at it. Just look at it. It's white. How does that not scream smallmouth? Oh, wait, it does. So, on to some of my favorite Texas rig baits. And another thing is, you guys have said you love these tackle videos. I have a bunch of these, whatever, but Zoom Baby Brush Hog, Green Pumpkin. My favorite, well, just about my favorite Texas rig bait, especially when I am throwing a Texas rig to weed lines, okay? Green Pumpkin, you cannot go wrong with Green Pumpkin. Now, I only throw the Baby Brush Hog. I don't throw the regular Brush Hog. I feel like the regular Brush Hog is just, I just don't like it. I've never had a lot of luck with it. Baby Brush Hog, okay. Now, another one that you kind of have to have, well, not have to have, but you know what I mean, is a Rage Craw. And this is the blue bug color. This right here is my favorite hands down favorite trailer for a black and blue jig. You guys know I throw a lot of jigs in the fall, but just look at that. Oh man. You know, that's another thing, is the more the time goes by, the more I realize that years ago, when I thought fishing was one thing, like 6 and 7 years ago, it's not. It was a lot more than what I originally thought, but that is part of the learning experience. And another good bait too. Look at this. Yamamoto Cinco. Weightless, wacky rig, Texas rig, Carolina rig, smoke with black and purple. Now, the last bait is the Mega Bass Haze Dog Shad. It is a 3-inch bait in the green pumpkin shad. I've only caught one largemouth bass on these, but look at this. I know a smallie's gonna eat it. Just look. Anyway, now that was the whole point behind this, was to simplify what I was carrying and only take what I need. So, I mean, really, that's it. Plastics, some baits, some terminal tackle, and that's it. Now I need you guys to do me a favor and leave me a comment in the section below. What is your guys' favorite tackle bag, tackle box, or tackle backpack for bass fishing? Let me know. You guys know I love to read your comments. And after this video, you'll have maybe another fishing video or two, and another monster bass video coming, and some other stuff that I don't even want to talk about yet. But anyway, this is what I'm carrying. Let me know what you're carrying.